Hi, my name is Jerry Gallegos, and I am doing my final presentation on a preliminary program change proposal for the Colorado Christian University baseball team. And my personal background with this topic in this area is I've actually been a part of the program for 5 years now, and through my experiences, there has unfortunately been a lack of success and a lot of complaints and other factors that have prohibited the program from being successful. And so I thought, after taking this organizational change course, that the methods that I have learned will be very applicable for this program because it is definitely in need of change. So I will be giving an outline of some of the main areas that I felt were most applicable and most needed that will be useful for the baseball program for change. The first one is the scope of change, and the scope of change basically outlines any person, role, or department that could be affected by the change. And for the CCU baseball team, the change will affect mostly the athletic department as a whole because there will have to be a change in financials and where money's going. There will also be a change in, or there could be a change in staff members for the as far as the coaching staff and mentoring and other positions like that. So those are the primary positions and departments that will be affected by this. And the best person that I believe to head a program like this would be the athletic director, since he is brand new and he is currently making changes. But I think he would be the best person to head a program like this. The next area that I wanted to highlight were the supporters for the baseball program. And the supporters for CCU baseball, there really aren't too many. And so what CCU needs to do is they need to go and reach out to get people to act as boosters to raise money for the program, because if this does not happen, then CCU will not be able to have the opportunities that they are trying to get as far as facilities, fields, equipment, other things that unfortunately you need money for. And ultimately, too, this actually will build a larger community for the program and will, at the end of the day, create a lot of support, especially if the community gets involved. Another thing that is going to play a big part into this and keeping the supporters engaged is creating a change team. And a change team is going to be put together, hopefully, a diverse group of people. Whether it's people that have played in the program in the past, or people that have played together recently, or even past coaches that can be put together to communicate with the supporters. And having the diverse group gives a different perspective on a lot of the issues that we'll be dealing with. And so I think it's important to make sure that they're diverse, but having this change team to communicate with the supporters is very important to keep them in the loop with what changes are going on throughout the entire process. Another important aspect of this process is communication, and this is just something that I had to highlight because when there's change that is going on, it usually causes people to panic, and people start worrying about their own jobs, and then it takes them away from their roles of what they need to get done, and so. Communication is going to be a big point of emphasis with everyone that is participating in this change process. And so, in order to make sure that this is a high point, I think it would be very important for there to be a meeting at the beginning of every week for accountability purposes and to make sure the plan is moving and that it's not something that's just on paper. Communication also will help keep the end goal in mind. That could be used, whoever's heading the project, to make sure that people are still on the same task of wanting the baseball program to get better. It's not for individual gain or for selfishness, but it's to gather people around and say, hey, we're doing this for the program, so let's do whatever we can to make that happen. And then the last area I wanted to address was just potential roadblocks. Anytime there's a plan for change, there's going to be roadblocks along the way. this could take the shape for the program, financials. There's a lot of things that the program is not able to do because they don't have the money for it. Um, and another area could be a lack of motivation from people that are participating. Since the program hasn't been successful, it's going to be hard, but it's possible to motivate people, um, to encourage them that, hey, this program can be something great. And that's what um, whoever's heading the program has to do. And in order to do this, you have to communicate. If there's no communication, then it's going to be very tough to get people on board. So, in conclusion, this is was just a brief run through of what my preliminary proposal looks like and what some of the things that are highlighted in order to make this thing happen. But all in all, the CCU baseball program has been something great for me, and it has the potential to be something that's even greater for when I'm gone. And so, all it takes is a few people to get together and form a group and map out what needs to be done, and ultimately this thing could change for the better. But yes, the organizational change has been something that I've learned a lot about, and it's definitely something that this program can use in the future. Thank you.